Hello, my name is Rion, and I will be doing a history podcast episode. Today's topic includes Manifest Destiny along with westward expansion. The title of this video is How Religious Beliefs Shaped Manifest Destiny and Westward Expansion. Throughout this video, I will be expanding on my research question. How did the rhetoric of Manifest Destiny as a God-given right to spread democracy and freedom mask the realities of imperialism, territorial conquest, and forced displacement of indigenous populations? To jump right in, first off, let's go over what was Manifest Destiny as a whole. Manifest Destiny was a 19th century belief that the United States was divinely ordained to expand its territory across North America from the Atlantic to the Pacific Ocean, all while spreading democracy, capitalism, and religion. Manifest Destiny was first published by a man who was an editor named John O. Sullivan in 1845. This ideology justified westward expansion as a God-given right to the American people and was quickly adopted as justification for religious supremacy, and believing that because of God's will, it was settlers' job to assimilate the North American continent as well as the south of Canada. It also claimed the rights to the Oregon Territory, including the Canadian portion, all in the goal of expanding land and also even spreading religious and democratic beliefs to the already native people there. An article named The Religious Origins of Manifest Destiny, written by Donald Scott at National Humanities Center in 1985, summarized the thoughts of what Manifest Destiny sprouted from. It states, in 1845, an unsigned article in a popular American journal, the Democratic Review, issued a call for American expansionism. Focusing mainly on bringing the Republic of Texas into the Union, it declared that the expansion represented the fulfillment of Manifest Destiny to overspread the continent allotted by Providence for the free development of our yearly multiplying millions. Thus, a powerful American slogan was born, Manifest Destiny. But Manifest Destiny was not simply a cloak for American imperialism and a justification for America's territorial ambitions. It was also firmly anchored in a long-standing, deep sense of unique American destiny, the belief that the words of historian Conrad Cherry, America as a nation called to a special destiny by God. This is the notion that there was some providential purpose to the European discovery and eventual conquest of the land masses. Discovered by Christopher Columbus, was present from the beginning. Both of the Spanish and the French monarchs authorized the finance exploration of the New World because, among other things, they considered it their divinely appointed mission to spread Christianity to the New World by converting the natives to their own said religion. Now, summarized, what does this mean? And how does this connect back to the rhetoric of Manifest Destiny as a God-given right to spread democracy and freedom mask the realities of imperialism, territorial conquest, and the forced displacement of indigenous people? This article is basically saying the Democratic Review in 1845 is credited with coining the term Manifest Destiny to advocate for American expansionism. But this concept was also deeply rooted in a belief in a unique American destiny, seen as providential calling for the nation's development and spread of Christianity, which all ties back to Manifest Destiny being justified by religion as a whole. This was also used as a justification for the territorial conquest and forced displacement of indigenous populations in the name of God, so they believed. In a painting done by John Gast in 1872 labeled American Progress, a famous allegory of Manifest Destiny, in this painting we can depict a female figure representing progress, leading settlers, technology, telegraph, train, and civilization westward, displacing Native Americans and bisons as they go. In one of the woman's hands in the painting, we can see a Bible that she carries, as she is depicted in sort of like a holy light or some sort of angel, reinforcing the religious justifications of expansion as shown. This painting was a propaganda piece at its time, and it inspired settlers to move west and justify expansionism under the idea of God leading them. But the painting also happens to show the harsh displacement and sanitize the violent reality of westward expansion to marginalized groups. Another example of the rhetoric of Manifest Destiny as a God-given right to spread democracy and freedom, mass displacement of indigenous populations, was the Trail of Tears. The Trail of Tears was a forced relocation of over 100,000 indigenous people, including the Cherokee, Choctaw, Creek, Chickasaw, and Seminole nations. The journey was brutal, leading to deaths of estimated 4,000 Cherokee alone due to disease, exposure, and starvation. For many survivors, the removal also meant the loss of sacred lands that were central to their spiritual identities. This took place from 1838 to 1839 and proves that because of the justification of manifest destiny, settlers believed that it was okay to displace the Native American people and convert them to whatever they wanted, that being Christianity, religion. Why does this topic of manifest destiny along with westward expansion still matter in 2025? It still matters to this day because it was American history, and it shows the unjust hypocrisy of the people for writing liberty and freedom for all, and then going and doing the exact opposite of that. In 2025, the legacy of manifest destiny and westward expansion is still a huge deal in American politics, law, and culture. It's not just old history, it was the center of history of modern fights over who owns land and where the country was headed next at the time. Thank you.